All right, all right. Hello, everybody. How are you today? It is day number 16 of 21. I am excited. My name is Kathy McReynolds. I am your fun, money, and skill coach. Guys, I work with affiliate marketers, network marketers, or entrepreneurs who want to grow their business online. And I want to help you build your business and your brand so that you can increase that bank account. And I know that's why you made a decision to get into business so that you can make money and also make an impact. So for the last 15 days, we have been doing an online master summit, how to jumpstart your business, how to grow your business online. So on day 16, we're going to go ahead and get it started. So guys, I appreciate you being here throughout this journey. Hopefully it's brought you tons of value, and I want to see some businesses launched and off the ground. Let me go ahead and move it over to the next slide here. So there's 3 secrets that we're going to go over today to cover growing your business. One is why the old way of doing things will not work in today's online world. It just won't work. So we're going to go over that. And number 2, we're going to go over how to get the best salesperson in the world to close sales for you 24/7. They will never get tired. They will never ask for a vacation or will never take a break. And the 3rd secret we're going to cover today, guys, is how to spontaneously turn on what seems like an unstoppable flow of free leads from your smartphone. Would you like that? Would you like stuff that just keeps coming and you like, hold up, where's all of this business coming from? That is the power of being online. That's the power of taking your business worldwide. As one of my old mentors used to say, instead of being a city business owner, you can be a worldwide business owner. So we want to help you to think bigger. My promise to you guys is to teach you as much as possible in the limited time that we have together, show you how to complete the process of getting a business up and running online over the 21-day online business summit. I'm going to ask for your participation and your engagement. So when I do, just drop it in the comments. You know, the question that you don't want to ask is the same question that someone else asked. So make sure you go ahead and ask it. You can type it in. I always go back, but just hold them. I probably won't get to them until the end so we can keep things moving. During this 21-day business plan, I just want you to ask yourself, is starting a business for you? Is growing a business for you? Because there's nothing more frustrating than getting and putting all this money into something just to find out it wasn't for you. If some of you guys follow me on my page, you saw yesterday that I put a post on there about my 19-year-old niece. I was excited. She's in for Virginia. We've been talking on the phone, and she said, you know what? Hey, I want to run a business. So she was looking between doing a transportation business and a cleaning business. You know, the average entrepreneur has between 6 to 12 businesses that they get started in the lifetime, but the fact that she was just ready to get started, I was excited. So she thought that she would do transportation, was looking at some vans and all of that stuff to purchase. So she came here to work with her dad and her stepmom to see, you know, if it was something that she wanted to do, because they own a business doing that as well. And she found out quickly that it was not for her. She's like, Auntie Kathy, that is just not for me. And it's a great thing, because the vans that we were looking at that she was going to purchase, you're talking, you know, $8,000 to $10,000 for that, and not to include everything else. So you should always try something before you buy into it, and be okay. Like I told her, be okay with changing your mind, because the whole key thing is to learn systems. So part of that is getting your mind right. She got her mind right on what she didn't want. And so now she's going through the process of doing other businesses to see what it is that she does want. And I also have her doing the online as well. You also, guys, we went over how to design your business plan. There are going to be more on that, how to legalize it and market your products and services. We're going to cover a lot of that today and understand your business financials and how they work and how to scale that business. Normally, as I say, these trainings are hours, but we're doing them in about 20 minutes just to give you the overview of what you're looking for. So guys, over the last 16 days, you've had action steps. Ask yourself, have you completed them? If you have not, be a finisher. Go back and get them done. We've had checklists, worksheets, quizzes. You'll have one today and your resource guides. And then I'm going to give you a final exam to see if you're ready to get your business started online, guys. And then we're going to celebrate, because you have to always celebrate your mini wins. If you celebrate your mini wins, you'll stay excited throughout the process. And at graduation, before that, we will recap and review, give you a perfection checklist on what you need to accomplish to go to that next level. We're going to have a celebration and a ceremony. I got something up my sleeves for you all. I might just sing for you. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm also going to introduce you to our next course, because learning never stops. You should always want to grow your knowledge so that you can grow your skill set and your mindset and grow your income at the same time. So if this is your first time tuning in, guys, just a little bit about me. I'm from Ohio. I always say I grew up shy and sheltered. People don't believe that, but the person that you see talking here was not the person that I was. I had to become that because of the desires that I have in life. I left home at about 19 years of age, moved about 6 hours away. The reason why that's so, important to me, because I'll never forget my dad saying to me at that point, he was like, wherever you go, whatever you're doing, I want you to take risks. I want you to figure out a way to get into business for yourself. And of course, for the first 10 years of my life, I didn't listen. I thought corporate America was that dream for me. And it wasn't until that I got burned a couple times, passed over for promotions, putting in all of these hours, and things just didn't go the way that I wanted them to go. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate to that. That could be your reason for getting into entrepreneurship. There was something or someone, I was reading an article and it said, choose your job based on your boss. Well, I had one of those bosses, just one, who just made it known that, yes, with that and that ring in my dad's head, what he said to me is like, yeah, you got to run your own business. You're not, I always say I'm psychologically unemployable. Guys, I'm not perfect at all, but I do take action. I love to win. I love to create success, and I love to see other people win. That's why I'm doing this, because, I know the journey has been, rough and fun all at the same time. I've seen a lot of people quit along the way. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to create success. What matters is that you're going to stay in the game and get the job done. I've been, I'm an international coach and trainer, licensed financial advisor for the last 20 years. I'm able to help people on Wall Street, business owner. I've made and lost six figures in a couple businesses. So that's just part of life. You're going to take some L's. You're not going to win everything, but it's your attitude along the way that determines your success. Online brand and business strategist, and I am who I am. So guys, whether I mess up, get it right, I don't give any apologies for it. It's just fun and exciting. So let's get it started. So I want to ask you a question. And guys, if you can just throw it in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. So answer this question for me. Who is the most excited person about your business? So if you can tell me who is the most excited person about your business, you got a business, you had a business idea, or somebody brought one to you, and it's your business, you bought into it, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Who is the most excited person about it? Is it that person that brought it to you? Is it you? Is it your spouse? Is it your kids? Who would you say is the most excited person about your business? So I hope you would say you are, right? I hope it would be you would be the most excited person about your business. And that's how it should be. So the most excited person about a business is the one who is going to be talking to the most people. So here's what normally happens. You come up with the business idea, you get super excited about it, and you go, yes, man, I have this business, I'm excited. And then the very first thing you think is like, yes, I need some business cards. So when I'm out there, I can give out my business cards and start passing those out to people, right? Has anybody ever done that? You went and grabbed those business cards and you got not only a stack for yourself, but you've collected a stack along the way. And I want you to think about those business cards that you collect for other people. What do you do with them? If I open up my desk drawer here or pull out some pockets after being at a networking event or a meetup or something like that, I come home with tons of business cards that I very rarely pick up and do anything with. Can you guys relate to that? So I say that to you because think about it this way. If you stack business cards, so does the other people who you give your business cards to. So that's what we consider one of the old ways of doing business. Here's the next thing we do is like, okay, I got my business cards. Now I need my website. I need that website so I can get my business going. So I got to pay somebody to do a website for me so that all my business is right. Okay, so again, how often and how much time do you spend on a website? How much time do you actually go to someone else's website and look through it? Probably very little, right? Very, very little. But you don't know, maybe a week ago when we were doing the training on the tool that you can use to see the amount of time that people spend on websites, we were on Apple's website. And I think the average time, if I'm remembering correctly, was about 25 seconds or something like that a person will spend on a page. So you think about that. And I want you to ask yourself, because see, you gotta become the customer. You gotta become the customer of your business and literally ask yourself, how much time do you spend on someone else's website? And if it's under 1 minute, I want you to ask yourself this question. If you spend less than 1 minute on someone else's website, what makes you think that they're gonna spend that much time on yours? And the great thing about it is you don't have to guess, because there's analyticals that are out there and available to us to let us know exactly who clicks on our website, how long they stay on our website. It can even follow your mouse around to let you know what pages they're clicking on, when they dropped off. So if you are monitoring your business, you're going to know that your website is not what your website used to be. That's kind of in the past. That would be like still having that phone attached to the wall of your house. It just doesn't work the way it used to work. So you're asking, Kathy, well, how do I advertise my business? You know, what do I need to do to get customers? How can I make that happen? How have you been marketing your business? If you're looking in the comments and you can answer this question, tell me, how have you been marketing your business? What are some of the things that you're doing to market your business? Let's look at some of the old ways that people have done to market their business. Maybe telemarketing. You know, I remember when I first got started in business, I was in the Virginia, DC area. So we literally, guys, would meet up at the office at 8 a.m. in the morning. We have this saying that like this: if you go 8 to 8, you're going to be great. If you go 8 to 12, nobody can tell. How did it go? Nobody something, but your business will be up. And I don't know, we were making up these corny rhymes as to how everything would happen. But we literally would start with the A's and we would go through the Z's and we would get through the phone book at least 4 times a year. So every quarter we would start in the phone book and we would literally call and go, hi, this is Kathy McReynolds. I'm calling from XYZ company. We're actually expanding in the area. Do you keep your options open for anything part-time or full-time? We would say that over and over again. Hey, this is Kathy. I'm calling from XYZ company. We're expanding in the area. Do you keep your options open for anything part-time or full-time? That was us telemarketing for our own business. That was like spamming to the nth degree, but it worked, right? We put in massive numbers. We would call at least 500 people for the entire week. So we made 100 dials a day. And what that did, it would give us about anywhere between a 1 to 3% return in the phone calls. And then we would get them into our office and we would recruit them in our business or get sales from them. It worked. It made us the top recruiters in the company. It actually made me #1 recruiter in that company during a time period. So it worked, right? But it took us working from 8 a.m. to midnight every single day. And I believe we probably did that for about 18 straight months, guys, with only taking Sunday off. So ask yourself, do you want to do that again? And I've tried something like that online and offline and as recently as a year and a half ago. So it works, but it's a lot of work. Or you can do direct mail. Here's how I think about direct mail. Think about when you get your junk mail in. You still get that in. What do? We stand over the trash can, or I stand because my mailbox is at the end of my driveway. So I'll stand on by my car. The trash can is there, and it don't even make it into the house. I'll dump it right in there. Or newspaper, I don't even think, yeah, they do have it. I know my mom just canceled her newspaper subscription. Or you got magazines. The only time you really pick those up is if you're in the doctor's office or somewhere. Billboards. Here where I live, they have the weirdest billboards. I always say, man, I need to call them and tell them to take these billboards down because they're like the little flashy ones and they are so negative. I don't know who came up with that, but you got billboards, okay? You got yard signs. I know when we had our daycare center, when we first got, our daycare center, we would just flood the area with yard signs until they went and took them down, or people would say, hey, you could get a fine for doing that. But we would put them up and we would get people coming in before they were all pulled down. Flyers, you go out. I remember us going out, leaving flyers in people's doors. We would leave flyers on cars. I remember, in my old company, I would literally get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, or I get up about 5 something in the morning. At 6 a.m., I would be in front of Lowe's or Home Depot passing out flyers to the customers that were coming in because they were homeowners, because that's why they were there getting stuff, and finding people to join our team. So we would do crazy things. We also went door to door. We would pick a neighborhood and we would go knock on the doors. I remember taking walking up that steps. I'm afraid of animals. My heart would be beating, listening. I would put my foot on the door to hold it in case anybody would just bust out, or a big old dog or something would come out as I'm ringing the doorbell, trying to solicit people and get to know people. Those were some of the old ways that we would do to market. We just did it all. And guess what? It worked. It created success. But when you know better, you do better, guys. And that's the challenge to marketing your business. See, here's what happens. All of that stuff worked. But the #1 thing is that we didn't have enough traffic. There was only so many doors we could knock on. There was only so many people that we can call. Our city was only so big. There was only 24 hours in a day. He said, I love those no soliciting signs, right? There was only 24 hours in a day. sometimes you don't even know what to say. You just look at them and hoping that they would say something to you. I was shy, but I wanted to win more, and I was competitive, and I was only girl in the group of 4 guys. So it was me and the guys, and I like just wanted to beat them, which I did most of the time. But and I wasn't a salesperson. I knew absolutely nothing about selling. So it's like you fail your way forward. There was no money for advertising or marketing. I mean, I remember back then our phone bills used to be like, I don't know, $700, $800 just for a phone bill. Or we had those little walkie-talkies where we would be talking to each other and be like, hey, did you knock on the house? Did you get in the house? What's going on? It's like, y'all remember, what was it, Nextel? I think it was something like that. And then, who do you trust? Who do you trust while you're out there? It was scary. And you just had to weigh your options and ask yourself, what do you want to do? How bad do you want this? How bad do you want to make this happen? So here's what I want to share with you. I want you to focus on the system and not your product or your service. Focus on a system. And that was the biggest aha moment for me. It's like you have to learn to focus on the system, not the product. And I would hear, throughout my years, I would hear people say it, but they never really broke it down. They just would they would just say, you know what, it's not about the system. It's about it's not about the products or service. It's about your system. You got to run the system, but nobody would ever teach the system where I got it. Maybe they taught it, but how they say when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. But in my mind, all I kept thinking, if you teach me what to do, I'll do it. See, they taught me how to make $100 a day. They taught me how to knock on some doors. They taught me how to just have grit and that mental toughness. I learned that stuff. I just didn't get what a system was and how a business ran because I wasn't surrounded by enough business owners who had created millions. And when you change your surroundings and you get to start thinking like the people who you are learning from think, it's a whole different ballgame. So let's talk about the system of McDonald's. So imagine this, guys. You get home from work, you're hungry, and you don't feel like cooking. We've all been there. Or you're starting your business and, it's in the beginning stages of your business, or you've been at it for a couple of years and it seems like, you got a hole in your pocket. Every time money comes in, money goes out, something else is due. So as you're building your dream, living the American dream, you're like, okay, man, I'm going to do what I need to do. So what do? You drive through the drive-through at McDonald's. You're like in your couch before you left, in your car seat, trying to grab those little coins and dollars so that you can get that dollar burger and that dollar fries to fill you up while you're building your business and while you're making things happen. McDonald's made a system out of that. I don't care if you're in a McDonald's in Ohio, if you're in McDonald's in Japan, wherever you're at, you're going to go through a drive-through. You're going to get to the window and they're going to simply say to you, hi, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? Now they have some, a voice thing that actually says it for you. And then you say, yeah, you know what? I'll take a hamburger. And then they'll say, awesome, would you like some fries with that? Or can you add some shakes with that? That's even a song, right? Can I get some fries with that shake? So that system is called an upsell or an add-on. So when you're thinking about your traditional website, all you have is one product and one service that you have, and no one there to add on or to give it that upsell. But every time you go through a McDonald's, every time you go through a drive-through or you at the register, they always ask you, can I add on? So my question to you is, what are you adding on to your business? See, one successful person, and I can't think of his name, but what he said, guys, multi-millionaire. He said, whoever can spend the most money to acquire a customer wins. Let me repeat that. Whoever can spend the most money to acquire a customer's win. So what happened then? The Super Bowl. The Super Bowl became known for companies who could spend the most money and get the most eyeballs on their product or service at one particular time during Super Bowl, especially during halftime. It became the big thing. So they spent money to make money. So what if there was a way online that you can put in, every time you put in $1, once you learn a system, it gives you $2 back. So if you put in $1 and you get $2 back, would you be excited? How many dollars would you want to put in? If you put in $10,000 and you got 20,000 back, if you put in 100,000 and you got 200,000 back, if you put in $1 million and you got $1 million back, how much would you be willing to put in? This is the new system that is now available online. It's called funnels. It is called funnels. Now, you see a funnel cake because I was totally ignorant to what, first of all, I am, my saying was, I am high touch, not high tech. I had absolutely no idea what a funnel was. As soon as someone said it, my mind automatically went to the circus. I was at the circus, I was at the fair, and I saw that big piece of sugary thing with all that white confetti looking sugar all on it. That's where my head went, and immediately it was a disconnect because I'm like, well, what does a cake funnel have to do with business? And little did I know they weren't talking about that kind of funnel. They were talking about a sales funnel. And what that is, you're going to get set. It starts here at the top where you got your leads, your sales calls, your follow-up, and your conversions, and then it becomes a sale. That website, as I said, it's still to this day what people think that they need to get. They want to get that website, but that website is not that McDonald's. It will not ask you if you want to upsell. It is not the best salesperson. It's just sitting there and you're wasting money and nothing's really happening at your website, guys. So what you want to do is you want to bring your business into, what year are we in, 2018, 2019, into the online world. When you're in the online world, you can do things a little different. So you may be thinking, well, I still don't really get what a funnel is. It takes time, but will a funnel work for my business? So let me ask you this. Do you have a business with a product? Product or service? Do you want your business to generate leads? The funnel also has a squeeze page, which is just simply something you're going to give away, like a free book, a free vacation, a free car wash, whatever it is, you're going to give it away. Do you have a business that will want to do that? Do you have a business that takes surveys? Maybe you're doing surveys to see what your clients want. Do you have a business that can be explained by videos? We were on one of our masterminds, and one of the guys was trying to sell this vacuum that sucks up horse poop. And so the mentor told him, Guy, all you have to do is take your phone, put it on the horse as it's taking a dump, and then bring your vacuum cleaner and show you sucking up all the crap without any effort, and then zoom it over to the owner or the workers who used to do the work and get their expression on that. So if you did that, that's all you needed to do. So that's called a video or a live demo, where the video is like I'm talking here and I'm talking about this. You get to explain everything about your business and what got you excited about it, because you are the most excited person about that. Maybe you want to do a hero where you're doing a nonprofit and you're showcasing, a person or a cause or something like that. Maybe you want to take applications for your company, but you don't have time to sit there and actually vet everyone. You can use a funnel for that. Maybe you have an offline location, but you know that you can get in front of a lot of people online, so you can use a funnel for that. Maybe you're in multi-level marketing or affiliate marketing. Guess what, guys? You can use a funnel for that. So if you follow my mouse here, it all starts with you getting leads, finding people who have a need for what you have to offer. And you're going to make that sales call. It's not, you know, when you think of that sales call, think of that person at the drive-through. They're asking a question. So instead of you physically being there to answer that question, it is answered through your funnel as information goes down and people want to hear what you're talking about. And then there's also a follow-up for you on there. It does the follow-up work, and then it converts sales. So imagine that if you can convert anywhere between 18 to 28% of everybody who goes into that funnel, would that be a good thing? That would be amazing. That would be an amazing turnaround. You guys probably have seen a funnel. If you put your email address into anything to get something in return, that is a funnel. If they ask you questions, they sent you to another page, that's a funnel. See, instead of a website where you got to click on this page, click on this page, click on this page, your funnel takes you through the whole process on its own without you doing anything. Guys, it's the new marketing system. It is the new way to do business online. It is the new way to make things happen for yourself. So what you want to do is know that before, over here, this was before, okay? You would spend very little on marketing. And what you did then, it was to get people's awareness and interest on what you were talking about. And then, like we did, knocking on the doors, making the cold calls, you know, putting signs, and as Victor said, those no soliciting signs out there, you know, ignoring those, acting like we didn't see them. We had to see if the person would consider it. We had to find out what their intent was. We had to help them evaluate it, and we actually had to walk them through and help them make the purchase. But now, because of the funnel system, marketing is the big part of it. The awareness is done by marketing. The interest is done by marketing. The consideration is done by marketing. The intent is done by marketing. They evaluate it from marketing, all online. See, I'm doing this 21-day series, and there's people who didn't pay attention that maybe now they're paying attention. Or maybe those people who paid attention before and like, that girl is crazy, she can't sing, so I'm not listening to her again. So whatever the process is, use marketing online, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, it is what's happening. Someone can pop a video up there and they grab your attention and you're paying attention, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, click on that button below. And guess what you do? You click on that button below. So I want you to take that same thing and start to think about how can you do that for your business. Any business can use a funnel. You just got to know how to make that work. So tomorrow, guys, we're going to go over the framework of a funnel, the ins and outs of it and how it works. I'm also going to talk to you about funnel hacking. I was telling my niece who started the business, I was telling her what she needed to do. And she's like, do you mean that we're going to be copying off someone? I'm like, no, that's not what you're going to do. It's kind of like you see a hairstyle or a hairdo, or you're watching, you know, one of those shows where they're decorating, and you, from their ideas, it sparks ideas for you. That's what funnel hacking is. We're going to help you spark some ideas. And guys, you're just one funnel away from changing your life. I've, met so many people who had an idea. They didn't get attached to the idea, but they got attached to the system. And because they got attached to the system, they followed it. And maybe they had, one idea, 2 ideas, 10 ideas. Maybe it was on that first one or that 8th one or that 10th one, but they were one funnel away from changing their life. They were one idea away from putting it inside a system that was proven and has created more millionaires than any other business, more 6-figure. Maybe you can't even see yourself making $1 million, but maybe you can see yourself making an extra $500 to $1,000 part-time. So you are one funnel away from making that happen. So here's your homework, guys. Here's your homework of what you want to do. Your homework is to learn how to grow your company through a funnel. If you have never thought about it, I want you to begin thinking about the possibilities. See, a funnel will give you everything you need to market, sell, and deliver your products and service online without hiring a tech to do it. When I say like for me, it's kind of funny that I'm even teaching this stuff now, because I'm that person that was like, I have no idea how a computer works. What are you supposed to do with it? It just wasn't me. Like, it gave me a headache. And then when I saw this concept, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, paint by number, fill in the blanks. I'm like, I can do that. I can make that happen. You're going to take a short quiz to find out which funnel will work best for your specific business.